Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we got Freight Train in the shop and we're talking rear band adjustment on the 4748 RE. So stay tuned, we'll get into that, show you what it's all about.
I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down. Man, I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fame. And she look better in bed. Never walk this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget.
So basically in another video we had on Freight Train, I did the front or intermediate, I guess, yeah, the front band adjustment, which is your first, second shift band adjustment, which is outside the transmission. It's not horrible to get to. You don't have to take the pan off. That's in another video. I'll put the link in the description, but the process is still the same. However, the rear band adjustment requires you to take the transmission pan off. So we kind of put that one off because, well, it wasn't due for a transmission service at the time, and it is now. So we're gonna drop the pan and we're gonna adjust that rear band. So yes, you do have to drop the pan and plan on around 5-6 quarts of transmission fluid just to get it topped off and filled back up again. Again, the rest of the transmission is still full. So you take all these screws off, we'll take it off, and the rear band adjustment, I believe, is right over here. And the process is still the same as the front band adjustment, except the rear is your third and reverse. Probably not gonna be way out of adjustment. I wouldn't expect it to be, but let me get the pan off and we'll show you. And there's all kinds of sources. This is from a good forum, dodgeram.org. It kind of takes you through a bunch of different specs depending on the year. But basically, this is where we're falling on this one, a 99. So rear band is basically, you torque that inner screw to 72 inch-pounds with a 1/4 inch drive socket. And then you back it off 3 turns, and then you tighten down the jam nut to, I believe, 25 foot-pounds. So let me get that stuff and we'll do it. All right, we got our 1/4 inch drive torque wrench set to 72 inch-pounds. We got a 1/4 inch drive socket for the adjusting nut, and our 9/16 as well, which I've already loosened that lock nut. And I'm kind of surprised we haven't had any third gear, like shifting issues or reverse, based on the amount of play I see in this thing. Because I can tell you, it's got way more than 3 turns on it, just at first glance here. So I've already backed off this jam nut right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just for the heck of it, and try to do this on camera and not drip everywhere. So let's count them. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, actually, you know what? That's about 4 right there. So we're gonna go ahead and torque this down. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. So I'm gonna torque that down to 72 inch-pounds, then back it off 3 turns and tighten that lock nut. And basically what we did is we ended up overall, if it was say 4 turns out, we're gonna end up with about 3 turns out, roughly. So it was out a little bit, but not as bad as I thought when I first checked it. So let me torque that to 72 inch-pounds. We'll back it off 3 full turns, so count your turns, and jam that lock nut. All right, I went ahead and I did that. So I adjusted it to 3 turns backed off after I tightened it all the way up and torqued to 72 inch-pounds. So I think overall, if I had to guess, this thing was out a couple turns. And yes, that is definitely, it feels better. It's not as sloppy as it was. So again, what we did was we loosened the jam nut, backed it way off, out of the way, tightened this all the way in, the center stud all the way in, until you feel resistance, then torque to 72 inch-pounds. From that point, you back that off 3 full turns and jam that lock nut. You can snug it up, just make sure the centerpiece is not turning. You can do it with wrenches like I did. And then you torque that jam nut to around 25 foot-pounds or just good and tight. It's up to you, and re-verify your play. All right, now that we got our band all adjusted, we got our filter dropped, we're gonna go ahead and clean our gasket surface all off with a nice razor blade, as well as take the magnet out, clean and degrease our pan, put it up back up there, and torque it down with a new gasket to about 13 foot-pounds. Fill this up around 5 quarts of fluid, and take it for a ride and verify we're good. And again, I want to stress, make sure you look up the specs for your model and year. 47 RE, and 47, 48, it depends what you have for a transmission. It does vary slightly on your band adjustment. Again, this one being a 99, it is Titan torque 3 turns backed out. Some are 2, some are 4. It does vary slightly. Either way, this one was way off, but again, double check and verify that. Fill it up, take it for a ride, check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped. Flipping Customized.